Last time on Get Charlotte, the crew interrogated the Black Russian in the aftermath of the massacre at the Black Hole Bar and Grill. Moritz completes one more piece of the puzzle regarding Charlotte's whereabouts. She was with the son of the matriarch of the Christiano crime family, the youngest progeny known as Anthony. With this information in hand, the Black Russian was quickly dispatched by the babysitter, and the crew was forced to call in the wolf to help cover up the scene at the bar. After a rather messy evening, the wolf helped the marshal deduce a potential culprit behind the massacre, the Yakuza, and puts him in touch with a hacker known as the Code Warrior to help get information on the Cristiano boy and the family at large. After disposing of the evidence out in the desert, the crew has settled for a breakfast meeting with the Code Warrior at a 50s style diner called Herbie K's, home of the Mile High Pancake Stack. So you guys basically left it off where the Code Warrior skated in on his skateboard and has now joined the crew for a late breakfast, and a large stack of pancakes has been delivered to the table. So we'll pick up right there.
So there's your pancakes, and you're called the Code Warrior, huh?
Yeah, man, that's what I go by. So who the fuck are you guys anyway?
Anybody here want to tell them? Okay.
Babies.
Well, I'm the marshal. This
Marshall?
is, yeah, that's what they call me, is the marshal.
You got code names too. Fucking
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, we do. And they're about as cool as these pancakes, which means they're pretty damn hot. You got babysitter over here. You can ignore him.
And at that point I just stand up and I walk over to the glass. I can still hear, but I'm just kind of looking outside.
Okay.
And the mountain's like chomping away. I got like all you can eat pancakes. I got super high, and I just kind of like with my mouth full, I'm like, on the mountain. Or the hammer. I'm sorry, the hammer.
He just
Mountain
changed
of
his code
pancakes.
name.
He said he was super high, so maybe that meant something else.
He's a big motherfucker.
He is. And he
Like a
fights
mountain.
with bricks.
Yep, I'll put a brick down.
This is the sickle.
I've got my sword out and I'm sitting at the end and I'm just polishing it, cleaning all the blood off of it.
You guys are fucking scary. Should I even be here?
Oh, yeah, no, you definitely belong here. You should definitely be part of this crew if you can do half of what I've heard you can. We got Doc.
What's up, Doc?
I get it.
And
We
I'm
got
the
the-
bloodhound.
Why do they call you Bloodhound?
It's a good question.
Because you roam around with the cat. I just realized that. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it?
Holy shit, did that thing just fucking
always
move?
on the trail kind of thing.
What? Oh, yeah, this is Chairman Meow. He's real.
Holy shit. Okay, now you told me what your names are, what your fucking code names are, but I mean, like, who the fuck do you work for and how did you get my number from the wolf?
Well, the wolf gave it to us. He's a friend of ours. We do business together. And are you familiar with Beau Brownstone?
No, I don't know who that is.
Okay, are you familiar with the Yakuza? The Mafia?
I know they exist, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they want to be Beau Brownstone.
Oh.
Yeah. And Beau has a daughter that we're looking for. And so we need your help to find her.
All right, cool. So what do you want me to do then?
Well, you're the code warrior. You hack computers and stuff, right? Can you like get into the FBI and look things up and like hack cell phones and trace things, or how does that work?
Yeah, but I kind of got to know like what I'm aiming for.
Well, her name is Charlotte.
All right, Charlotte, what?
Charlotte
Oh my god.
Brownstone.
Brownstone. Yeah, Charlotte Brownstone. It's literally Beau's daughter.
All right.
They're not Nordic. They don't, it's not, Beau's daughter.
All right. Cool. Fucking Thor.
So we know that she's with some guy named Anthony Christiano, I think.
All right.
So maybe if you find him or some of his people, we can find her, and then you can get all the pancakes you want to eat.
Hey, I do work for more than just pancakes, man.
Okay, so what's your rate?
Uh,
You want some bacon?
you got to bring home the bacon with me.
I think he likes Marshall.
I mean, he's got an appetite. I like him.
I guess it's really is going to depend on how long this all takes and whatnot. But I mean, I can't obviously like do it here. I gotta get with my equipment and shit. So I guess I mean it's kind of early, but I mean if y'all want to just come over to my place, I can get to work and we'll see just how long it takes. Who's this Anthony dude?
You familiar with the Cristiano crime family?
Um, yeah, I think I've heard of them. They're mafia, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Right on, man.
Yeah,
All right.
so it's one of their kids. And he's not in trouble yet, but that's why we need your help to make sure he doesn't end up in trouble.
Fucking sweet. All right. Well, let's finish this shit off, and then I'll lead you over to my pad.
We can give you a ride if you don't
Yeah.
want to skateboard.
Maybe I'll just hitch on the back of one of your rides. Is that cool?
Yeah, but how are we going to know where to go if you're in the back?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are you driving?
Doc, you want to take him in your van?
Yeah, I've got my van with all the dog stuff on it.
Ah, fuck. What the fuck is that thing called?
It's like the shaggin' wagon or
The
something.
shaggin' wagon. That's funny. Were you some kind of like traveling vet or some shit?
Yeah, actually. I'm not like traveling, but I have a mobile part of my business.
Fucking sweet shaggin' wagon.
No, Code Warrior, how do you know the wolf?
Oh man. I don't know. I guess it was just kind of a case of the right place at the wrong time, if you know what I mean. The wolf man, he cut me some slack and I did some stuff for him, and I guess he's returning the favor.
What exactly did you do for him?
Oh man, I don't kiss and tell. Come on.
And I reach over and take one of his pancakes.
And he smacks your hand. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You can have it if you want.
And I look at Hammer. Hammer, would you like some of his pancakes? Nobody can hear the hammer.
Yeah, his mouth's full. His mouth is full.
A man's pancake.
He's like, he grabs some pancakes.
That's okay with you, right, Code Warrior?
Yeah, whatever, man. I mean, like, y'all bought the shit for me. I mean, I'm not gonna like fight you for it. And I mean, that big dude's kind of scary.
Well, let's finish up so we can go back to your place then and get started.
All right, that's cool,
Clock's
man.
ticking. Hey, babysitter,
What?
can you settle up the check real quick? We gotta pack up and get ready to go.
I go over to the table or to the counter, take care of it. How much is it?
It's probably about $70.
Throw down 100. Say sorry for the mess. Wiping blood off swords and everything. So we'll leave.
All right, so you guys just piling up into your separate cars and heading wherever it is that he tells you to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so he leads you into an area of Santa Monica called Rustic Canyon. It's kind of close to Latmire and Hadelman Road. He kind of leads you guys on like a bit of a winding path, and you kind of realize at one point that you're kind of like backtracking and kind of crossing areas that you've already been through as he's kind of leading you around.
He's riding with me, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, Code Warrior, I can't help but notice that we've passed that particular corner store 3 times now.
What? Oh shit.
So,
Uh,
where are we at?
no, we're gonna be there any minute. Trust me. You just take a right up here at the next street.
Okay, I feel like we've taken this right before too.
Uh,
I,
uh,
I only say this for your benefit because that really the giant guy Hammer, he's got kind of a short temper and he doesn't like getting fucked with, and he's probably noticing the same thing I'm noticing. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, actually, you might want to take a left then.
I'll try left this time. Oh, these streets look the same.
Yeah, they do, man. I don't drive, so sometimes I get a little turnaround myself.
Understood.
And eventually, you guys end up coming across a kind of a upper middle class section here in Santa Monica. And you pull into this neighborhood, and it's quiet and peaceful place. It's got well manicured lawns and neatly trimmed hedges. The houses are all 2-story with brick or wood siding and well maintained roofs. The streets are all lined with towering trees that provide ample shade during the summer months, and the overall vibe of the neighborhood is one of serenity and calmness. He points up ahead and he says, "Yeah, that's it. That's the place." And he points to kind of a standard 2-story home, suburban home with a brick facade and neatly trimmed lawn. The windows on the first floor are covered with beige colored drapes, while the second floor windows are fitted with white shutters. The front door is painted in a glossy black finish and has a brass handle on the front. So he walks up, kind of looks around a little bit, and he's like, "Turn around."
What do you mean turn around?
Just turn around, man.
Like face the other way or like
Yeah,
stand
yeah.
all the way around?
Yeah, just turn around, face the other way.
Okay, is this your mom's house?
Shut up.
All right.
And you hear him kind of rustling in the foliage, and you hear like him drop a rock on the patio, and then he puts a key in the lock and opens the door, and he's like, "Shh, come on, everybody, come on."
Did you just use a key rock?
Yeah, shh, just be quiet. Come on in.
All right.
Is there rocks around to the side?
Yes, there are.
So when I walk in, I kick his key rock into the other rocks.
All right, he's at the door. Maybe I'll make a quick roll for him to see if he actually notices that you did that. Oh, it's like, fuck, shit, man. Why the fuck you do that? Now I got to go looking for it again.
I think it fooled him to the point where he thought he was just helping you out by kicking a rock off your porch.
Sure.
And when he whispers that, you hear from inside the house a female voice, Leland, is everything okay?
Your name's Leland.
Shut the fuck up, man. Yeah, Mom, it's okay. Listen, I'm just kind of conducting some business. Oh, okay. I've got some brownies. Do you guys want some brownies?
Yes,
Tell her,
please.
tell her yes, Leland.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Mom, I guess so. Yeah, just you know how it works. Just leave them downstairs and knock on the door. I'm gonna be busy for a while. Okay, honey, I love you.
We've got a study session for college algebra.
Shut the fuck up, man. All right, he leads you down the stairs and into the basement. And he's got kind of a pretty posh little game room with billiards and a couple of old slot machines and a bar with big plush couches and a big screen TV. And he takes you past all of that to a back room that has a big keep out sign on it and some caution tape draped around the door. Opens a door, and you can tell that this is where the Cold Warrior probably does most of his work, because it's dimly lit with only a single fluorescent light fixture illuminating the room. The walls are all painted black with various computer parts strewn about. A large, comfortable-looking gaming chair sits in front of a massive computer monitor with multiple keyboards and mice scattered around it. There's a few posters on the wall featuring video game characters and sci-fi themes, along with band posters of Nine Inch Nails, Kurt Cobain, and Pearl Jam. In one corner of the room, there's a mini fridge that's stocked with energy drinks and snacks. And on the other side, there's a small table with a soldering iron and other tools. Despite its somewhat chaotic appearance, the basement has an air of quiet focus, with the Cold Warrior lost in his work, surrounded by all the tools that he needs to do what he does best. All right, so tell me what we're doing here. Give me the lay of the land. What do you want me to do?
What can you do?
Well, mostly I'm kind of an information junkie. I'm good at finding out stuff that maybe you can't just find out yourself. I like digging for secrets.
Did you hear about the explosion in that downtown warehouse?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Can you find anything out about that?
Yeah, I might be able to find something on that. Let me see what I can figure out.
It smells down here.
Yeah, it does. You want some?
Oh, I wasn't referring to
Some ass?
that.
Dude,
It smells like skunk in here.
it's not the smell that's bothering me. Why is everything sticky?
There's lots of reasons, dude. Lots of reasons.
Yeah. And with that, I head out and I go out to the street to just kind of watch, make sure nobody shows up that's not intended to show up.
All right. Okay, so he does a little typing away on the computer, pulls up one window after another on the computer, and it goes kind of so fast it's hard to really even follow what it is that he's doing. But he ends up coming up with a little bit of information on the explosion, and it's a police report basically dealing with the victims that were found there on the premises. And he comes up with a list of about 14 individuals that died in the blast. And he's able to kind of come up, with names and connections, who these individuals are connected to. He's got a list of individuals that were certainly connected to the Dragon's Fang. He's got a list of individuals connected to the Christiano family. He has a list of names that are connected to the Chupacabras. And like two other names that aren't directly connected to anybody that you really, have had any kind of dealings with or have heard names of, but probably just other potential interested parties in this. But it's like only one or two names. So these sound like they might have just been more kind of fringe for this particular event. Now, there's no listing of any names that would be connected to like the Yakuza, because that was certainly something that was brought up by the Wolf, that the massacre that you guys had kind of come across might have been initiated by somebody like that, due to the fact that the majority of the individuals that were found there at the Black Hole Bar and Grill were pretty much cut to ribbons. There didn't seem like any of them had died from gunshot wounds. So no names of any Yakuza on that list. The report kind of goes on to basically state that as far as why these individuals were there, there's been no evidence to show why a meeting amongst three well-known crime families within the area why they would have been together for a meeting like this. So any news about the laptop or any auction or anything like that has not been leaked or uncovered by the police department at this time.
So if there were cameras at this warehouse, you have a way to access any of that?
Oh shit. Yeah, I might be able to figure that out. That may
Could you
take
work on that? This list of names that you have here.
Yeah.
Do you have contact? Is there contact information with any of these?
I got like home addresses and shit. I can probably come up with that pretty quick.
You have a printer?
Yep.
Do me a favor and print a couple copies of that out.
All right, you got it. And he sets to work on printing that stuff out for you. He says getting into those security cameras might take a little bit more time, so I might need a couple hours or so to try to break into that. Is there anything else I can do while you're here?
Well, can you find Anthony Christiano's address or any contact information? If he has a phone, some way to get a hold of him, we need to track him down.
All right, let me work some magic. Let me see what I can figure out about this Christiano fucker. And he gets to typing again. Lights a joint and starts the process of accessing the information on his computer. His fingers dance swiftly and gracefully over the keyboard as he types out his lines of code. There's a noticeable energy and intensity that kind of picks up as he really starts to kind of get into this. And you see the name Christiano kind of popping up here and there on the screen. He's like, okay, let's see what we can find. And then after a few minutes, he lets out kind of a triumphant, oh, you guys can owe me big for this one. This is fucking fantastic, yo. All right, let's see what we got. This is some motherfucking juicy ass intel on the Christiano family, man. I opened up a fucking can of worms with this. This may be my best work yet. I'm so proud of myself. I think I peed a little. All right, you ready for this? You want to know about the Christiano family? I think I got the whole dirt on these fuckers. First off, he pulls up a picture online. All right, let me lay it down. This is Mama Cristiano. This bitch ain't your regular mob boss. She's the real deal, the queen pin of the Cristiano family. Now, picture this. She's got this Italian classic mafia vibe. You know what I'm saying? Now, Big Mama wasn't always running the show, though. Back in the day, her man Salvatore Cristiano, he was the head honcho. This dude was a real bruiser, made a name for himself in the underworld, but then one day, bam, he gets whacked. Nobody saw it coming. But Mama had some plans. So Mama, she goes to her pops-in-law, Alfonso, the old school boss, and works her charm. She convinces him to let her step up to the plate, take the reins of the family biz. And let me tell you, she's been calling the shots like ever since, man. She's smart as a whip, ruthless like a great white shark, and calculating like a fucking chess grandmaster. Mama knows this game inside out. She's got this aura, a presence that commands respect, and you don't mess with her. Now you cross Mama Cristiano, you're in for a world of fucking hurt. She's got connections all over the place. Rumor has it she's got politicians in her pocket, cops on her payroll, and business deals stretching from here to Italy. You name it, Mama's got a finger in that pie. But don't let that sweet old Italian grandma act fool you, man. Mama Cristiano, she's the real power. She's the puppet master pulling all the strings. And if you're looking to get any favors from the Cristiano family, well, you better come correct, son, because Mama, she don't play no games. Her side of the family has got places all over SoCal. I can give you a rundown, but we're talking close to half a dozen properties from San Francisco all the way down to San Diego. And my advice, looking at what I'm seeing here, I wouldn't go snooping around any of those places uninvited. If she's there, she's likely got an army of guerrillas looking to protect her, especially after that big boom in Skid Row. And he pulls up another picture for you. All right. Now, this dude, this is Alfonso, the ace of spades. He's the OG of OGs, the grandpappy of all the mobsters west of the Mississippi. Now, ace of spades, he's got the classic Italian mafia vibe, just like Mama does. But he's got a good touch of the old-fashioned rat pack coolness. Back in the day, like way back in the day, Ace of Spades was one of the kingpins of Vegas, baby. He rolled with the Rat Pack, you know, Sinatra, Steve Martin, Billy D. Williams Jr., those cats. They partied hard, sipped on whiskey like it was water, and owned the strip. Ace was a man behind the curtain pulling all the strings. This dude was smooth, suave, and as debonair as they come. He had that silver fox charm, the kind that makes women weak in the knees and moist in the panties. But the ace had a dark side. He ruled the Vegas underworld with an iron fist, dabbled in all sorts of shady deals, made a fortune that would make Scrooge McDuck jealous. All the other brothers in Sin City eventually had it out for the old man and ran him out of town, and that's how he ended up in LA. But here's the kicker. Ace of Spades is now in his 80s. And time's taking its toll. Dude showing signs of forgetfulness, like verging on dementia. He's a real life Shakespearean tragedy, you know? The once mighty kingpin now battles his own mind. But I wouldn't underestimate him. Even with the memory lapses, Ace has got connections that reach further than a satellite signal. He's got a lifetime of secrets locked up in that old noggin. And if you can get him talking, who knows what kind of gold nuggets you might dig up. All right, now this dude, this here is Christopher Cadillac Cristiano. This cat, all about cars. I'm talking grease under the nails, engine revving, tire squealing, car aficionado. He's got the classic Elvis rockabilly style with a dash of James Dean Motorhead madness mixed in. So Cadillac was born into the family biz. His old man, Salvatore, was the heavy hitter and the owner of one of the biggest car lots on the West Coast. And now, like we know, Mama Cristiano's the puppeteer that's pulling the strings, both on the legit side and with the dealership and where the real money's at, bringing in illegal imports from the old country. So it's no surprise Cadillac grew up with all the smell of gasoline in his nostrils and the roar of engines in his ears while rolling in the dough. This dude's got a thing for fast rides, and I mean fast. He runs a secret drag race scheme in SoCal, but it's not your ordinary drag race. It's invitation only, and the competition is fierce. If you want in, you better bring your A game and a turbocharged engine. But that's not all. Cadillac's got his hands in racketeering pies that stretch across LA. He's got a grip on the mom and pop car lots and repair shops, and he's squeezing them for protection money like a vice grip on a lug nut. No one messes with Cadillac's territory, or they're going to find themselves with a one-way ticket to a car crusher. Now, here's the kicker. Despite his obsession with his cars and the racketeering game, Cadillac's no dummy. He's got the street smarts to match his horsepower, and he's known to be cunning like a fox. And if you cross him, you'll find out just how ruthless this car-loving mafioso can be. And now, the piece de resistance. All right, this here is Anthony Christiano. This kid's got a story that's as complex as a fractal algorithm, and it starts with a health twist. Anthony is 17. He's the baby of the Christiano clan. He's got this whole protective mama bear thing going on with his mom, because when he was a tyke, he was smack dab in the middle of a health whirlwind. The docs diagnosed him with a blood disorder called hemolytic anemia, and it's one of those rare conditions that can make life a real roller coaster. Kid spent more time in hospitals than most kids spend in school. Sick days were his constant companion. It looked like he was heading for a different kind of drag race, the race against time. But fate's a funny thing, man. Anthony decided to flip the script. High school hit, he made a U-turn on the highway to hell, and he bounced back, gained some pounds, and now he's looking like your average teenager. But appearances can be deceiving, my friends. He idolizes his big brother, Cadillac, and these two are tighter than a pair of skinny jeans. You'll often catch them together at these secret drag races, revving engines and chasing adrenaline like there's no tomorrow. Anthony's got a need for speed, just like his big bro. But apparently, Mama keeps a pretty tight leash on her baby boy. Don't want no harm coming to him, and forces him to go to a private school so that she can keep better tabs on him. So that's pretty much what I've been able to dig up on, like, the main family. But this branches off a little bit, and I think maybe I might have found some place, like, I can go through, like I said, I found all of those addresses and shit for, like, where Mama has, like, some of her houses and shit, from, like, way up from in San Francisco all the way down south. But man, that's like finding a goddamn needle in a fucking haystack. But I found one place that is absolutely positively owned by the Christiano family. It's a business, but it's a place where some of the hitmen, some of the boys apparently always hang out at.
What is it?
It's a place called La Femme Fatale. It's a strip club down in Long Beach. Real upscale joint. And there's three dudes usually. It looks like there's three guys that kind of call that place home. First off is this dude. They call him Death Row Donnie. And then this is his brother, Paulie Donato. They call him the Dagger. And then finally, this dude here, Tommy T-Bone Benetti. And these pictures that he pulls up are all basically mugshots of these three dudes. These guys have all done time.
Does sound like a classy place.
Yeah, these dudes, though, doesn't look like these are some fuckers you want to mess with.
Do you not remember how we introduced ourselves?
Well, maybe you could mess with him.
So it sounds like La Femme Fatale sounds like a kind of place that we might want to go check out. you have any way to like track cell phones or anything? Maybe zero in on a location if Anthony's got one.
Uh,
If he's
yeah,
holed up somewhere, it'd be nice to know where.
let me see if I can dig up some cell phone records and like see if I can trace that for you. Again, that's going to take me a little bit of time and shit. So, I mean, if you guys got something else you want to do, I can do some work and then you can hit me back up whenever you're done.
I guess we could go down to La Femme Fatale and have a chat with some of our friends. What do you guys think? Anything else you want this guy to try and find? Anybody got some debts they need erased or
I didn't hear your mom come down with the brownies.
Oh, check outside the door. She probably knocked while I was talking.
Oh. Oh yeah, there they are. Sweet. Want one? I didn't have any pancakes.
I forget. Is this like the 90s? What time period are we
Yep,
in?
about 95. Hmm.
So Hammer's going to ask if maybe he's got a Best Buy account. You got to watch your movies and see what he's been watching.
yeah, Blockbuster?
I'm using my brain.
I was
Got a
gonna say that'd be a
Blockbuster, Family
blockbuster.
Video.
Yeah.
Bought anything from Circuit City lately, or does he have a charge card?
All right, hold on. This I might be able to get into a little bit faster. Hold up.
Maybe he
Starts typing.
shops at Sears.
Um, he is able to trace his credit card pretty quickly. And what he does find is purchases pretty much daily, leading up to the night of the explosion.
From Radio Shack.
Huh?
From Radio Shack.
No, just all different places.
Is he anything after that?
There is one more purchase after that, and it is at a motel. It's basically just like a Motel 6, close to the border, down south, close to Mexico.
Shit.
And that is one night after the explosion.
What's the dollar amount?
It's like $56. Enough for a single room at a motel.
And a little pay-per-view.
Sounds like magic fingers to me.
Those take quarters.
You've read.
So I've heard. It's not that magical, also, that I've heard. Overrated.
New ringtone. Leland, what's your mother's name?
Barbara. Why?
I'm gonna send her a thank you card.
Go pay my respects. Find those
Oh,
brownies.
no. Don't talk to my mom, man.
Hey, you be nice to your mom. She made you brownies and brought them down to your new friends.
Really
Yeah,
good.
yeah, but she doesn't know really exactly like what I do, yo. I mean, if she sees a bunch of old people down here with me, she's gonna start asking questions.
Old people?
Called you old, babysitter.
I'm not in there.
You mean the guy out in the street? He is old.
Yeah. And I think he's got a bit of dementia too. Or he's just an a-hole.
Joke's on you guys. I'm actually upstairs with Barbara enjoying a brownie, talking to Barbara at the moment.
So Leland, you sure you don't know?
Babysitter's gonna be your new daddy.
No. Leland, you've never met this Tony Christiano?
No, this picture that I got here, that's the first time I ever seen the dude.
Do I believe him?
Insight check. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he seems like he's telling the truth. Yeah, you believe him.
All right. I'm gonna go head up and see if I can find Babs.
Oh man, come on, don't. Oh shit.
So, I mean, this seems like they were headed for Mexico to get out, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty obvious.
Maybe we should look at his Best Buy movies he rented recently, getting in his mind,
In his head.
in his head.
Um, I mean, what do we think we would accomplish by going to the femme fatale, other than another opportunity to get shot up?
Well, it's not very optimistic, Doc.
Well, what reason do I have for optimism at this point, as far as us making cordial visits to mob strongholds?
Well, we're still alive.
If babysitter's going, we're gonna,
Well, at this point, I think he'll just
Red's
stand
gonna
outside. He doesn't seem to be much into the team stuff anymore, if you guys have noticed. He's been pretty standoffish. But
his feelings.
Well, here's the thing. If young Tony is that precious to grandma and he's on his way to Mexico, they're going to be looking for him too, right?
Yeah, probably.
So maybe we could go down there and express concerned interest because we have a mutual acquaintance of Tony's who's with him. And we want to make sure that both Tony and Charlotte are found alive and well as fast as humanly possible.
I wonder if this isn't some kind of Romeo and Juliet situation where neither family likes the fact that the kids were hanging out.
Oh, damn, that's pretty good. Let's just hope it doesn't end the same way.
I'm saying.
Oof.
I thought that was pretty clever.
Yeah, that was pretty good,
I've
actually.
been working on that. I've been thinking that for a while. But
I'm impressed. I hadn't put that together yet.
I said that 2 weeks ago on the phone to Christy, just so you know.
Sure, yeah. Do you have a recording? Do you have a recording of that?
There's no recording of that. Check the YouTube.
Oh wait, hold on,
First time, right?
Christy has it written in pencil on her sheet.
Yeah, and it's in parentheses.
Yeah, and it's in parentheses. Talk to Dana about Romeo and Juliet.
Let's say we go to the.
What'd you say, Christy?
Barbara.
Oh,
Mom.
Oh my, hello. How are you?
I'm fine. Are you Barbara?
I am, and you are?
I'm the bloodhound.
You're the what now?
It's so nice to meet you. Leland has told us so much about you and your brownies and everything.
Oh, well, thank you. I certainly didn't expect to see someone my age down there with him.
Book club.
Don't
flatter me. Oh my. Do you have a telephone book?
A telephone book? Oh, yes, absolutely. Just a minute here. I'll see if I can dig it up. She goes into the kitchen and opens up a drawer, pulls it out, brings it over to you.
Oh, thank you. It just occurred to me I'm in the neighborhood of some old friends, the Christianos, and I wanted to look through here and see if I could find which street they're staying on.
Oh, well, all right.
Flip. Do I see anything under the seas?
Yeah, there's a list of maybe about 12 with the last name Christiano.
Any Alfonsos or Salvatores or?
No Alfonsos, no Salvatores.
Is there a mama?
Cristiano, comma, mama.
Cristiano, comma, mama.
Any names that ring a bell, I guess, from our recent conversation?
Out of the conversation that you had, nothing that rings a bell out of that, no.
Okay. All right. That's what I was looking for. Well, I guess I'll head back down and see what's happening on the old Blockbuster video channel.
Well, what is it that that Leland's doing for you?
Oh, we're just studying for that algebra test. That's all.
Make a
How old is Leland? Is he high school age or college age?
he's high school. Yeah.
Okay.
Make a deception check.
All right.
Barbara pulls out an AK-47.
Yeah. She hits a button under the T stand there, and
Bloodhound.
guns pop down from the ceiling.
Pulls an Uzi from her bathrobe.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. So you got a 16, she rolled a 3. She's like,
Barb.
oh, well, that makes sense. You must be the tutor that the school was talking about.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming in and showing an interest in my son. I certainly appreciate it. And you just let me know how much your fee is, and we'll take care of that on your way out.
All right. We'll be in touch. Don't talk to that man who's out in the street eating all those brownies.
Oh, I didn't even see him leave.
I didn't get any brownies. They arrived before I showed up.
Is that your husband?
No.
No.
No. Man, come on.
Hmm.
I didn't even stop to think about it. Not even,
No, but thank you. You've been such a lovely host.
Oh, well, and thank you again for taking care of my boy.
Oh, Leland, he's a gem. He'll go far.
That's what they all say. All right. Anybody else need to do anything while we're here?
Just eat another brownie.
Hey, Leland, there were
Code Warrior, dude.
Code Warrior. I'm sorry, Doc again. There are a couple of misdemeanors on my record that, I mean, it's nothing serious, but it does kind of push my insurance rates up. Is there any way you could computer them away?
Yeah, I just need your name and your social security number.
Oh, never mind. It's not that big a deal.
Man, I could do it. I could knock it out for you.
Well, we got the whole code word thing going, code names. It's good. Maybe I'll hit you up later though.
All right.
I appreciate it. The thought.
All right, Code Warrior. Look, see if try and keep tabs on Anthony, okay? I'm gonna give you my cell phone number. Now don't call it unless you actually have something. But I want you to let me know if any more charges come up, if he pops up anywhere, if he gets arrested. I want you to continue to try and do whatever computery stuff you do to watch this. And you let me know if he calls his mom, if he calls his grandmother. I want to know if he takes a shit in the woods and the cop sees him and arrests him for, a misdemeanor. But Doc, that's not what your misdemeanor is it?
That's my business, man.
That's fair. Okay.
Do we need to do this Charlotte too? Did Beau already get this info? Like on his daughter? She's got a cell phone or credit card?
That's a really good idea.
Like triangulate or biangulate.
Yeah, why don't you look up Charlotte Brownstone, see what you can find on her.
All right.
See if you can find any activity in the last couple days. And I'm going to try and get this bug.
All right.
And see if she has a Best Buy account. See if they watch Romeo and Juliet.
Do you have a Best Buy account? Do we need to expense
Don't
one
we
for you?
all have one?
You were working on that for a while.
I'm more of a Circuit City kind of guy. I just like the selection better, and their CDs are usually on sale. Speaking of which, I see your posters.
Best Buy is very popular. It will never go out of business ever.
Yeah, never.
Never.
Solid as a rock. Like Radio Shack and Blockbuster.
So you find anything on Charlotte?
I am looking. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hammer,
I
any
mean-
more of those? Any more brownies left?
No.
Has Bloodhound come back down?
Yes.
Hey, Bloodhound, you talked to Barb?
Scintillating. She's got a phone book, but there's no sign of any Christianos that fall in our family tree here. So
Maybe we could have Code Warrior look up aliases. I'd be surprised if they kept their real name in the phone book, unless they bought an ad, maybe. Oh, we should have looked up the femme fatale and had the phone number and address for that.
well, we can go up. It's right by the telephone table.
I bet babysitter knows where it is already.
Has he been upstairs eating Barb's brownies?
He's been to the femme fatale a few times, I think is what you're saying.
Ah,
All right, so I got a hit here on a credit card purchase close to North Ponto Beach, near Poinsettia Park. It's basically just like at a McDonald's, just off of Route 5. And that was maybe about 2 hours or so before the credit card purchase on the Cristiano kids credit card, and that was down at Chula Vista.
how far away are they?
It's probably, we're
Can you
talking
map?
like from San Diego to Carlsbad. So that's what, probably about 60 miles.
Map quest it. See how long it says it'll take.
I don't know what a MapQuest is, dude.
How do you,
Cryptics.
okay, so they apparently stopped and got something to eat, it sounds like, and then started heading south.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what'd you say, San Diego to Carlsbad?
Oh, here we go. I think I got it.
35 miles. Wait, that's north. Carlsbad is north of San Diego.
Huh? Carlsbad is south from Los Angeles.
Oh, from Los Angeles. I thought you said from San Diego.
No, yeah, south from Los Angeles. So,
Okay, so it's
They-
90 miles, an hour and a half.
yeah, they took off from LA to Carlsbad and then ended up in Chula Vista.
Okay.
At a Motel 6.
Well, that tracks for going south. So at least we know exactly where they were headed, roughly.
Now, the cell phone signal, I'm actually still picking it up in Chula Vista.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah,
We need to
that's,
get
that's Charlotte's.
How much can you zero in on that?
Well, Chula Vista.
Okay, we need to get going then.
Yeah, should we just like go to the Motel 6 in Chula Vista and start asking questions?
Yeah. But maybe we should actually ask questions, like with words.
It's not like gun questions.
Yeah. You know, like leave somebody alive questions.
What about hammer to knee questions?
If it comes to that. But let's start with lips to ears questions.
Doc, you've got some tranquilizers. Maybe we can get a glass of milk into the babysitter.
We
You
could,
guys feel like he's a loose cannon too, right?
Yeah.
I may need to put a call into Beau.
I'm off about that guy.
I mean, where is he this whole time? He's supposed to be down here. I mean, his name is literally the babysitter. He's supposed to be watching Charlotte, and he's not even down here asking questions.
I don't feel
He's like-
babysat.
Jerking off in the bushes or something. All right. Code Warrior.
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
That'll be $2,500.
Let me go get the babysitter. He's the petty cash. You take a check?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
All right, great.
I
And I go.
can take a credit card too, and he holds up like a credit card machine.
You know what? Fair enough. But seeing as to how we're both kind of lovers of the breakfast arts, is there any way I could get a bit of a discount? Maybe do $2,000? I just got expense reports, you know.
Let's see how everything turns up, and if I can turn anything else up for you. This is pretty cool, man. This is some of the coolest shit that I've worked on in a while. So, yeah, I might be able to cut you a deal.
All right, great.
We might be good for some repeat business too. You know, like
Oh, I think I could
if
definitely.
this results in like us finding Charlotte and Mr. Brownstone being real happy with everybody, you know,
He may put you on
exclusive
payroll, man.
contract or something.
Sweet, yeah, man. All right, 2,000 it is.
All right, let's get packed up. We got to go to Chula Vista. I say we skip Femme Fatale for right now.
I agree.
Yeah, if we're still picking up some cell phone signal there, we need to get there before it disappears. Before we leave,
Mm-hmm.
I want to lean in and whisper into Code Warrior's ear.
Okay.
And I give him the babysitter's real name.
Yeah.
And I say, this is between you and me for another $2,000
Yeah.
out of my own personal pocket.
Yeah.
Find everything you can under this name and call me with the details.
I'm on
You
it,
say
dude.
anything about this to anybody, and I will break every one of your typing fingers.
Fucking A.
All right. That's
You
all.
and me, we're tight.
We're like the Pancake Pals.
Pancake pals. Fucking,
That could be our code team.
yeah. Pancake pals in the shaggin' wagon.
You're making it kind of weird, Leland.
I make everything weird.
Well, you're self-aware. And I appreciate that. I'm ready to pack up and go. Oh, I grabbed the printouts of all the information that he found.
Okay.
Anybody else have any dirt they want to dig up on anything, or
Hmm.
want to go up and say bye to Barb? Or
Yeah, thanks for the brownies and thanks for hosting. It was a pleasure. I think Leland's gonna do really well on that test this week.
Oh, there's so many of you. Oh my, you're big. She looks up at the hammer. Are you the gym teacher?
Yes. He's doing a good job in PE. You have any more brownies?
Oh yes, just hold on a second. I've got a whole nother batch just coming out of the oven.
Mm,
They're a little hot now. You just watch out. And
good. I could take the heat.
she makes a little to-go bag for you guys. All right, babysitter, you're outside.
Yep.
And it's nice, quiet suburban neighborhood. People out walking their dogs and stuff. And I mean, nothing going on out here that seems at all fishy.
Okay. So are they walking out?
Yes.
we got little bags.
I I need a moment to have a brief conversation. A brief silent conversation.
So
the rest of you guys feel free to talk amongst yourselves. This might take a minute.
Yeah.
did you guys see the posters on his wall? He's actually got pretty decent taste in music.
Oh yeah, what bands were those?
I noticed Nirvana. They're pretty.
Pearl Jam and
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's the other one? I don't remember the other one.
I'll tell you what,
Screaming
I've
trees.
yeah, I've heard some Nirvana on the radio. They're good, but their drummer doesn't have a lot of talent. That band ever breaks up, I don't think he's gonna go on and do anything.
Yeah, it's kind of a dope.
Yeah.
All the music on the radio just sounds like noise.
Okay. You sound like Barb.
But Barb can bake.
The Barb Hound.
Doc, you're pretty quick.
How else do you think I got through vet school, man?
I didn't know being quippy would help with that, but
It does.
it's help calm the animals.
It does. They can sense that. They can sense like that rapier wit. Cats especially.
I'm
That's
more
why-
of a dog person.
That's why me and the chairman get along so well.
We all look to the chairman now.
Chairman's like,
How's the chairman doing since the scuffle? Is he all right?
Well, Doc,
he got pretty dinged up. You know, I think he cracked a couple of ribs. I think the rest seems to be just kind of some muscle soreness and some bruising. But I think he's gonna be all right.
I still can't believe we ended up killing everybody.
Hmm.
I feel like there was information there that we didn't get because babysitter jumped the gun.
What? How do you know we're going to get any information?
Well, we definitely won't now.
What'd you find out from the kid?
Well, maybe if you would have hung around, you would have found out.
Well,
We
somebody
know-
had to be out here watching our backs.
Did you interrogate the mailman?
No, luckily it's quiet. Luckily we were, just we're in a quiet area. But you never know who's watching. You never know what's going to go down. I mean, did this kid have some skills?
Yeah, his skills are legit. We know where Charlotte's at.
You're kidding.
No,
How much did you charge? And how much did you charge for this information?
couple grand.
Did you pay him?
Yeah.
Well,
put it
why
on your-
suddenly do you all of a sudden have $2,000? But I've been picking up all the other bills.
Well, it's a business expense, so I had him print off a receipt. I'm gonna, turn it in and get reimbursed. I assume you're collecting receipts as well, right?
No. Why would I want to leave a paper trail?
You're kind of paranoid. You are literally in a Stepford wife neighborhood. Look around you.
Yeah.
The
This
only
is-
person that's going to be watching us is going to be one of the nosy neighbors that wants to go talk to all of the other neighbors about the weird group of people that came into Leland's house.
Or everybody knows what Leland is. That his name?
Yeah, that's the Code Warrior's name. It's Leland. He's actually
Okay.
a pretty nice kid.
we broke the code.
Or everybody knows what he's into, and they're just biding their time to make the right call.
So they bought all of these houses and they mow all of the yards and they keep all of the streets clean and everything, just biding their time
Well, no,
to
they
do what?
they
rough
may
up a
think
17-year-old?
They may think he's a nuisance, and they want him out.
I'm sure they think he's a nuisance. Look at the neighborhood. He's a teenager.
Yeah, exactly. So by us standing here, we might have brought some undue attention on him that they may not have wanted.
I think they'll survive.
I hope
We
you're
were
right.
starting for a test.
But what lead did you get?
Well, We know that right after the explosion, they went and got some food, and then they went to a Motel 6 down in Chula Vista, which is
Mexico?
where right outside of Mexico. Yes, it's about 2 hours south of here.
Hmm.
And we know that that's where the cell phone is currently still active. We also found out all about the Christiano family. We know their entire backstory. We know all kinds of sort of details about them. We know where they hang out. We know that Anthony Christiano had a lot of health problems. So Mama Christiano, who is the matriarch of the Christiano crime family, you know what? You should have just been there. I'm not going to go over all of it again.
You did a good job of remembering all that.
Thank you very much. I actually have a pretty decent memory most of the time.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
So
that's why I eat so much. It takes a lot of calories to feed the brain.
our next
That's
step
true.
is to go to Mexico.
Good. We're not going to Mexico. We're going to the
Los
border. We're going to
Estados
Chula Vista.
Unidos.
Interesting. Okay.
And we're going to ask questions with our lips and not with our hands and our fists and our guns.
Okay. Where else did they go anywhere else? Or they just literally left, got food, went to Motel 6, and they're done?
As of right now, that's everything that we know. But it's a
Okay.
whole lot more than we knew before we got here. And it costs $2,000 and a stack of pancakes. I would say that's a pretty good deal.
How about the Cristiano family? Like, we are for sure he is not with the Cristiano family at all.
His credit card was used to pay for the Motel 6.
Yeah,
Anthony
but
Christiano is part of the Cristiano family, yes. But he is not currently in town.
but we don't know that. His credit card is not in town, but that doesn't mean he is not in town.
I think it's reasonable to deduce that he is with Charlotte. They left the place together,
Yes. And she bought food, and then he paid for a hotel.
and her cell phone was kind of activated on the path as well,
Yes.
like to the hotel. So
Leading to the
It's
logical
reason.
conclusion, yes, that the two
Is
of them
it-
are together.
But is his cell phone activated at the hotel?
We didn't check that. We know that hers was, which means that we need to get on the road before it goes dead. Leland has my phone number. He calls me if anything changes. He's supposed to be keeping tabs on Charlotte, and he's going to be keeping tabs on Anthony. And if he finds anything, he gets more money. And he's motivated.
Okay. Well, I think first we need to get out of here because us standing here is probably drawing undue attention to Leland and his mom.
His mom's not a problem. She thinks that we're all teachers and tutors from the school.
We're a tutor squad from Best Buy, probably.
Hammer, you have a serious obsession.
Yeah.
that's kind of worrisome, Hammer. Like it doesn't seem healthy.
Oh.
You know, I can refer you. I mean, it's a dog psychologist, but they talk about people stuff too, and you might find it helpful. They owe me a favor.
Can I roll like a perception check to see if there's anybody in this entire neighborhood that is paying any attention to the fact that there are a couple people standing on this porch?
Yes, you may.
What would that be? Perception?
Yep.
12. Sorry, are you still doing your side conversation?
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Can I
can I
roll
just run-
perception too? All this talk's making Hammer paranoid.
Yeah. Give me just 1 second here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Oh, you're fine.
babysitter, if you're concerned about Leland, I think we can take him. We can bundle him into one of the vehicles and take him with us to Mexico for his own protection.
I don't think I'm necessarily worried about him. I just, look around where we're at, a group of us standing out here. We're probably not the typical neighborhood, and that's just drawing more attention to them.
Guys,
If
keep
they
talking. If you don't want to
already-
draw attention, let's leave. Jeez. Everyone keeps blah blah blah. And I'm getting
Wow.
I'm getting on my bike and I'm starting my bike.
Yes.
Okay.
Hammer agrees. He's gonna get on his bike.
I
Tutors ride bikes.
Of course.
I reach into my goodie bag and I get a half a brownie out and I go over and give it to the sickle.
Okay. So, Marshall, as you're doing that,
Yeah.
you see two black sedans rounding the corner
Mhm.
down at the opposite end of the block, and you hear tires screech around the opposite side as well. And there's two more black sedans coming around the corner as well, and they're coming at a pretty decent clip towards the center of the block, which is roughly about where you guys are.
Oh,
They're coming from opposite
son of a
directions.
bitch. I swear to God, if babysitter is actually right
Man, you will
and
never
somebody
get
was
rid of that.
watching,
I told you we got to get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
So we hop in our cars and we
All right,
head out.
Who all is driving?
Motorcycle.
All right,
Yeah.
so it's almost everybody then.
yeah, I can't remember if I drove what kind of car I have.
You're a writer.
It was briefly a taco truck, but I think it changed.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
right. Okay. Before we go,
Mhm.
I want to say, Doc, I'm going to go through the backyard and I'm going to try and hide for a minute and see if I can figure out what's going on. Can you meet me on the back street?
Yeah, I'll pull around to the alley first.
Well, they don't really have alleys in this neighborhood. It's like a cul-de-sac over there. Just do a loop around the neighborhood. I'll meet you on the other side. Thanks, man. And I run to the backyard and jump in the bushes.
Gotcha. Okay, so babysitter, hammer, bloodhound, sickle, and Doc. You guys are all driving separately, correct?
Right.
All right, so
So maybe we are drawing some attention to ourselves.
you got a parade.
Terrible for an environment.
You got a parade out front. So how are you driving away?
Like, how are we driving as far as
Like, are you
like
peeling out?
nonchalant? We're
Or are
getting
you
in the
just
car
getting
and
in
we're
cars
just
and just driving?
I mean, the wagon only goes so fast. I'm just gonna pull out like I would normally pull out.
yeah, and I'm just gonna get in, kind of like I had just delivered something, and I'm pulling away.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to the what do you call it? The foundation of the house where the window is, the little
Mhm.
window, and just bang on it, and then hop in my truck and get away.
Okay. All right. So
I'm
those of
gonna
you that
do
are
donuts in the street and then drive towards the sedan.
okay. All right.
So-
The Benny
With
Hill
your
Is that what you're doing?
Okay.
Yeah, everyone's sneaking off and shit. Well, let's fight. Kill people.
Okay.
Oh.
So
You ready?
yeah. Babysitter.
It's not Bill. Calm down. Yeah, go.
Babysitter and Doc. I'm gonna have you guys both just make a drive roll.
Where do I find drive?
Towards the bottom of all of your
Oh,
abilities.
vehicles.
Sorry, yeah, vehicles. I apologize. I said the wrong thing.
Right.
Unacceptable. Just ruin the night.
All right, 15 and 19. Okay. You guys get in your cars and start driving. Sickle, I'm going to have you make a vehicle roll, but this is for something completely different. Okay. Bloodhound, I'm going to have you do the same thing. Okay. Marshall, you're going to roll a stealth check.
Ooh.
Okay. So, Doc and Babysitter, you guys start driving down the road, heading basically north from the location that you're at right now. It's just the direction in which your cars are basically positioned. The sedans come speeding by the two of you guys, and they are distracted by the motorcycle that's doing donuts in the middle of the street. Bloodhound, you're getting into your truck, and were you planning on peeling off and trying to?
Yeah.
Are you going in the direction of the babysitter and the Doc, or opposite?
I'm gonna go opposite.
Okay. All right.
Which I think is that the same direction as the sedan?
They're coming from
Well,
both
They're
directions.
coming from both directions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going downhill.
Okay. All right. So this is for the drivers of the sedans.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Oh,
Oh.
All right. So the guy that was driving the second sedan, the one that rolled the 11, peels off and turns and starts following the bloodhound. Okay. The other 3 pull up in front of the house and stop. They get out of the cars and shield themselves with the doors and have their guns pointed towards the sickle who's doing donuts in the middle of the street. Stop the engine! Stop the engine now! Drop it! Get off the motorcycle! And they're screaming at you.
They're acting like cops. Are the cops?
They are shouting orders and they are dressed in plain clothes.
What kind of sedans are they?
Black sedans.
Blackout windows
Ford
or
Fairlane kind of
Blackout windows. Yep. You can make a let's make a either insight or well, streetwise roll. Let's make streetwise roll. 9. As far as you know, those are gangsters of some sort.
as far as I
Did the Code Warrior hear the knocking and respond in any way, or is he baked?
There probably wasn't enough time for you to know. Because you said you knocked on the window and then booked it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll find out, I guess.
So what do you want to do, Sickle?
I want to. They're on either side of me, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You got 2 on one side and one on
One
the
on
other.
the other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna head towards the one. I'm just gonna gun it, and I'm gonna clip the door, and
Okay.
just keep driving past him
Okay.
fast as I fucking can.
All right. Make a vehicles roll.
Karma.
Ooh. All
Do
right.
we have karma?
No.
All right. I'm going to make a dexterity savings roll for him. Okay. All right. So you hit the car door and he does not dodge out of the way at all in time, and it comes crashing back on him, throws his arms up into the air and crushes his legs.
Oh,
And he shoots up into midair. And the cops, the other individual
I knew it.
that was on the other side of the car then takes aim at you and begins to fire in your direction.
And I am fucking off around the corner.
Oh, and he got a 20. Fuck. Okay. So let's see how much damage that you.
I'm dead, guys. Sorry, I'll see you in 2 months.
You're going to take 4 points of damage.
From my HP, right?
Yep.
From current HP.
Mm-hmm.
He's more than 5 feet away from me, right? I'm hiding in the bushes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right.
The other 2 drivers now get into their cars and begin to chase you. So now we're going to go into a chase sequence, which I was Not at all prepared for tonight.
Yeah, gotta do that.
Okay. So give me just a moment to get this part figured out because
So where'd the
There-
hammer go?
oh right, Hammer, you were
I'm invisible. I went to Best Buy.
Visibility on.
He's in the basement with Leland looking up Best Buy stuff, adding credits to his account.
you made your drive roll as well. So I didn't address that with the other two for some reason, but yeah, I mean I assume you were trying to drive calmly away. Yes.
I want to try to keep like a side eye on what was going on back there. So,
Mhm.
and kind of swing back around if things went south, which they look like they might have.
My favorite place. Making things go south.
Okay.
Oh, on the flip side, at least the guy didn't shoot up in the sky and the bullet just come straight back down and kill him.
Yeah.
That could have
Once
been our
upon a
luck.
time, Mexico. Yeah. Or no, that's something else. Which movie did that happen in?
That was the third one, I think, when he shot the rocket launcher up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. So Dana,
Mhm,
since you got shot on the motorcycle,
mhm.
you're going to need to make a vehicles check plus the vehicle's dexterity modifier, which for a motorcycle, okay, so +6.
Okay, so I still click on vehicles.
Yep,
And what am I changing?
you're going to add 6.
Do I need to do like type +6 or just
Mhm.
and it says under dexterity, is that all correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And is at this point, is it normal? A normal roll?
Normal roll, yeah.
Okay, just checking. Did it go?
No.
No.
There it is. Okay, 28. Okay, yeah. So you are fine. So you can continue to drive. So what we're going to do now is we're basically starting a chase between the two sedans and you. Okay, so I'm going to have you roll. And again, I got to go back and see how this works. So we're talking chase points here. During a chase, each side keeps track of chase points, which start at 0. The participants on each side are aiming to earn points for their side while avoiding giving points to the other side. So we're going to shoot for 5 points here. Okay.
Okay. And you are going to roll your vehicles plus that +6 modifier for you. Okay. I'm going to do the same for the sedans. Okay, you got a 23. They got a 24, so they get a point. Okay.
And I'm just going to roll for both. We're just going to keep it clean and leave it for both. So you are coming up on a rather treacherous curve here. So you're going to roll at disadvantage. Same roll coming around this curve.
So the +6, but click disadvantage, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to roll twice because I don't actually have a character sheet here. Okay, so they get another point.
Okay.
You hit the curve and kind of slide a bit, hit a trash can
which kind of causes you to kind of slow down a little bit. So you lose a little bit of momentum, but you're able to kind of pick back up. Now, up ahead, you can see that there's like an alley that kind of crosses the area here. You can attempt to try to scoot down one of those alleys to try to maybe potentially lose them, because it looks like the alley may be a little bit thinner and maybe too thin for their car to actually fit down. So if you make another vehicles roll,
This one's
and
normal.
this one's normal. Mm-hmm.
Allie.
29. They got a 19. And at disadvantage for them. So the 19 sticks for them. All right. So now you've got 1 point. They've got 2. You continue down the alley. They're going to have to jut up and around to try to catch you on the other side. So make another roll. And actually, you can roll that one with advantage. So roll that one again, because you're kind of out of sight at the
Oh,
moment.
okay. So I did that normal. So. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I'll have to
That's all right.
Accidentally clicked it twice, but I like that one better.
Oh, okay. So they were rolling at disadvantage. And that's less than what you rolled. So now you're tied at 2. So you get to the other side as they're coming around the corner. So you're kind of doubling back in the direction that you sort of came from, but you're far enough to know you're going to probably bypass the road that they had originally come down. So you're not going to meet the other guys on the other side. So we're tied 2 and 2. Make another.
Are they both coming the same direction still?
Yeah, they both come in the same direction. Yeah, yeah. So you're kind of tied with them at the moment, but if there is something that you want to try to do to try to distract them, if you have an idea of something, throw it at me, and then we'll run with it, and we'll see if maybe you can lose them.
They're behind me again.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
You're ready for it. Do it.
All right. I'm going to turn around and go over the cars. I'm going to go towards them.
Okay.
You knew that's what I was going to do, isn't it, Christy?
You're gonna Evel Knievel them.
I'm going to Evel Knievel that shit.
All right.
Gun them.
So you're going to try to, you're basically playing chicken with them, right?
Yeah.
So going right at them. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your roll.
It's just a game. What do I care? What happens? Is that normal? All the same?
Yep, that'd be normal. Okay. All right. So here's basically what happens. They're coming down towards you. One of them is slightly in the lead of the other one. The other one's just a little bit further back, and they're barreling towards you, and you're coming right at them. At the last second, the one guy turns and splits, and you're able to kind of breeze right in between the two of them and heading in the other direction, which is forcing them to try to turn around. So now you've gained another point, so 3-2. Make another one, and let's see if you can gain some ground on this one. Now, there is a specific thing here to gain ground. Ever more. Okay. All right. Yeah. So go ahead and just make that straight roll. 15. Roll it again. So you've got advantage.
Oh.
Should have said that beforehand. My bad.
Sure. That's better.
27. There you go. Okay. All right. So you got gained ground. So now you're 4-2. All right. So this is the last one. What are you going to do to finally lose them?
How far away from that neighborhood did we go? We go pretty far.
No, not real far. I mean, you're
Not
you're
real
probably
far.
still within. I mean, it's a big neighborhood, you know. But I mean, you're maybe a quarter of a mile down the road.
I'm gonna go into traffic.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hopefully there's like a cross street. I'm gonna cut across traffic and hopefully they'll crash into the cars like all cinematic and like let them fly through the air.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Just to keep them busy. Maybe. So is that normal now or is it still an advantage?
I think still at advantage at this point.
Big thing, maybe.
All right, and
Great.
they were at disadvantage, so you got an 18. So you see up ahead a cross section where the it's got like a divider between the two sides of traffic, right?
Mhm.
And you have a red light, and you just zip right through there, and cars are going both ways. And you see the first sedan hit one of the cars that's coming the opposite way, spins out, the other car rams right into it, and you're able to continue on your way and escape. Okay. Marshall. Okay, back
Yeah.
at the house. You basically kind of sit tight there for just a few minutes, kind of see the chaos that just happens out in front, and the sickle drive off. The guy that was in the car that got clipped by the motorcycle is laying out in the middle of the road, just screaming bloody murder because both of his legs are broke. And the other guy runs around the opposite side and begins kind of working on him. You hear him reach into the car and get on what sounds like a CB, and he starts calling for a medical backup. We've got a man down. And it sounds very official and very cop-like for sure.
Okay.
Hammer, you said you were kind of keeping an eye out for what was going on behind you. So you saw basically the sickle hit the side of that car and hit whoever it was that was inside. He falls down on the ground and starts screaming bloody murder as you're driving off. What do you do?
Is he all by himself now?
Who the guy on the ground? No, he's got his partner that has come around to the other side and is now getting on what seems to be a CB radio,
like a cop radio.
you make a
perception check.
Streetwise.
Streetwise, okay.
Safe to assume by the look of those cars, those were certainly undercover cops.
Ah, okay. All right, well, I'm gonna keep going. I don't need any of that trouble right now.
All right.
as long as Sickle's out of safe, which it looks like she's handling it. So
all right, so Bloodhound, you were driving in the direction that the sickle ended up kind of sort of going, but she turned off before she came up to where your truck was. So you see the two sedans that swing by in your rearview mirror pursuing the sickle. What do you do?
I'm going 35 miles an hour. Do, 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 do. Signal. 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. What happens next?
Okay, so you're just taking a nice leisurely drive through the neighborhood. And you come across an intersection with cars kind of going both ways. You've got a green light you can kind of go through. And you're just very calmly going. And then at the next intersection, you see the sickle just speeding right past.
Right.
And you look down the other way and you see that there's been a car accident down the road just a piece. And the sickle is just booking it down the road.
I see a sedan narrowly miss a baby carriage and plunge into a pile of cardboard boxes.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I guess I'll turn left and follow the sickle.
Okay. All right. Doc, you were told to kind of go around the block, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You kind of caught some of that in the rearview mirror before you make the turn around the corner. What do you do?
Again, I'm continuing at a perfectly legal and not noticeable pace. 10 and 2, blinkers on, checking my blind spot. And I leisurely drive around the block to the next block where Marshall told me to go.
Okay. All right. Babysitter, what are you doing?
But at this point, I was driving away. But I'm driving opposite of Bloodhound, right?
Yes, opposite. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I see the marshal take off toward the bushes?
Make a perception check.
No, 12.
What was your stealth roll, Marshall?
Mine?
Yeah,
Well, that was way up there one
it
moment.
was.
I want to say it was a 16. Hold on. 16.
Okay. All right. You do not see him.
Okay. In that case, I just kind of careen back around to the other side, like back behind the house. Because I see what's going on, but I don't see where everybody's disappearing to, right?
Right. Yeah. Now, if you're going around the back side of the house, then you're going to be following the shaggin' wagon.
Oh, that's right. That's fine. I'll follow him and just kind of, if he stops, I'll pass and then pull up a little bit just so that we stay together.
Mm-hmm. Hammer, are you following suit or?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So, Marshall, how long are you sticking around there to kind of watch what's going on?
So I see the guy get his legs crushed and he's out in the middle of the road screaming, and his partner runs around, calls for medical backup, and is tending to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run out in the road as a concerned neighbor and ask if I can help and try and get some information from these guys and find out if they're after us or after Leland.
Okay. Make a deception check.
Okay. And hold on one second. Let me check something real quick. A deception. Okay, so I'm not using persuasion or charisma or anything, right?
Well, it depends on how you really want to approach it. When you said that you're going to pretend like you're going to be somebody else, it's either going to be either performance or it would be a deception. Now, if you want to rephrase that and make it, something else, you can certainly do that before you speak. But I just need to know what it's going to be before you do it.
I need to use charisma because I have I have a bonus for that. I gain advantage on charisma checks when dealing with law enforcement.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull the marshal card.
Okay.
I'm a U.S. Marshal that lives in the neighborhood and heard the screaming and need to help a fellow officer.
Okay. You've still got the shield.
Yeah. Yep. So I want to run out and I want to use I guess that wouldn't be deception, would it?
Nope.
Would that be charisma or would that be persuasion?
Let me look at your character sheet here because you've got a special feature, I think, that lets you do that. Right.
It's called private security. No, wait, it's called I'm calling the police. You gain an advantage on charisma checks when dealing with law enforcement.
All right, say what you're going to say, and then I'll tell you what to roll.
Okay. I run out there. The guy's screaming. His partner's trying to tend to him. I say,
"Are you okay?"
I say, "My God, what happened?" I said, "I'm a U.S. Marshal," and I flash my badge. And I say, "This guy's seriously injured. Have you called for backup? What do you guys?"
We got backup on the way.
All right, great. Are you an officer or who are you with?
Yeah, we're with LAPD.
LAPD. All right, great. I think I know some guys in your division. We can get somebody down here quick. I'll put in a call as well, a personal call, and try and get someone out here right away. What in the world are you guys doing in this neighborhood?
Make a persuasion check.
Why do I try anything?
Well, hold on, because you are using the call the police special feature that you've got, you can do that at advantage. So make a second roll.
All right. That's a little better.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So he says, look, we got a call just a little while ago that there was some sort of cyber crime going on here at this particular house. And then all of a sudden, all of these people start taking off from out in front of the house. This chick comes by on a motorcycle, clips the side of the door, and smashes my buddy's legs. So that's pretty much all we know at this point.
All right, look, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to talk to the mom and I'm going to see what's going on in this house. You know, like I'm from this area. There's a teenager that lives here. He's probably dicking around on his computer and triggered something that he shouldn't have. I'm going to go scare the crap out of him for you. All right. You just take care of your guy. You get him to the hospital. All right. And I'll file a report about the lady. I got to look at her as well. The person on the bike.
And you hear over the radio the other two sedans that were in pursuit of the woman on the motorcycle that are now basically calling in that they have been in an accident themselves and have lost pursuit of the individual on the motorcycle.
Okay. I say, all right. And so we both hear that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I say, look, man, this is small potatoes if this kid's doing something stupid. Let me handle this. You get your guys to the hospital and take care of them. All right. I'll come down to the station and talk to you guys. What station are you out of?
We're over at the 34th precinct.
All right. I'll be there in like an hour or two. Okay. And I'll file a report with your boss and I'll give him all the information that I know. Just you take care of him. Okay. And I lean down and kind of pat his partner and I'm like, you're gonna be all right, man. All right, you're hurt, but you're gonna come through. I've seen worse.
Thanks, man. And the partner says, hey, what's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
My friends just always call me the marshal. It just kind of comes with the job.
All right, yeah, but what's your name so that we can file it when we get back and we know who to contact?
Oh, Gerald Wiggins.
Wiggins? All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gerald.
Yeah. And then I go up to the house and I knock on the door.
And Barbara comes out and she's, oh, my heavens, what's going on out there?
Ma'am, I'm going to need to step inside and have a talk with you and your son. And I look over the shoulder to see if they heard how serious I was.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and he's not even paying attention. He's on the opposite side of the car.
Okay. Barbara, I need to talk to Leland for a minute. And then I'm going to leave out the back door. Could you possibly make me one more thing of brownies? They are just so good. And you don't need to worry about what's going on out there. There was an accident. Police have already been called. They're coming to take care of it. I just stay in the house. You don't need this kind of stress. You're too sweet of a woman.
Oh, my heavens. I hope they're okay.
They're okay. They've already called in. I'm going to personally go down and talk to the police chief myself. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll have those up here in just a few minutes.
Thank you. I'm going to pop down real quick and I'm going to talk to your son.
All right.
Right. I don't want this to weigh heavy on him. He's got a test this week and that's what he needs to focus on.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You've got it, Barb. And I lean in and I give her a little kiss on the cheek.
Oh.
I'm going to go downstairs and talk to Leland for just a second.
All right.
Leland, you've been made. Whatever it is you need to do, you need to find another place to do this kind of stuff. The cops just showed up because of cyber crimes.
Oh, shit, fuck, shit. Oh, damn it.
Leland.
I just unplugged my headphone. Hold on.
Not Leland. Chris.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. Hey, Code Warrior, remember, You're a warrior, so you stay cool and calm under pressure.
He
Whatever
gets
you
out
need
a baseball bat and just starts.
try. Can I grab it from him?
Sure. Yeah.
I get it from him. I'm like, Leland, no. Look, take all of your equipment, whatever it is that could possibly tie you to this, and just hide it under your bed or something, okay? I told them I was going to talk to you. I'm a U.S. Marshal. They're not going to bother you. They've got something a little more serious going on right now, but you need to find somewhere else to do this stuff, okay? However it is they traced you, you need to figure out a way to become untraceable, all right? I'll tell you what. I'm going to try to set up like a little shop or a warehouse or something. What do you need to be able to do this type of work?
I don't know, man. Just someplace like maybe kind of nearby my house so that I can actually get in and out pretty quick. But I guess someplace pretty nondescript.
Do you need power? Do you need like
Well,
a
fuck yeah, I
telephone?
need power. I got computers all over the place, man.
Okay, what else do you need? Is it how do you look this information up? Is it wireless? What do you
Well, I mean, yeah, I need like internet hookup. Like, I need a pretty high powered modem and shit, so that I can really, do the work that I need to do. Look, I got your phone number. I'll send the specs and shit. I gotta get this shit packed up.
Yeah, pack this stuff up. Don't leave the house today, okay?
Don't leave.
No, don't go anywhere. I don't expect anybody to be coming around. Best that you don't be seen coming in and out of the door for a little bit, okay? Just hang tight, listen to some music, eat some of your mom's brownies, just chill, okay? If you got a test this week, study for it.
All right, I got someplace I know where I can stash this stuff. So I got two buddies of mine I can call over and we can get it all packed up and take it there probably in the next hour or so.
Perfect. You have a baseball hat or something I can borrow?
Yeah. Here.
Okay, great. And I put that out. Where's your back door?
It's at the back door right over there.
The one that
Upstairs and out the back. Yeah.
Great. Hey, Code Warrior, stay tough.
Man, thanks, man. Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna go upstairs and leave through the back door and take off with the hat on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I gotta go find the doc.
All right. Okay. So you hop the fence in the back, and then you can spot the shaggin' wagon just on the street that's behind his house.
Cool.
So you see the shaggin' wagon, you see babysitter's car and hammer all kind of in the cul-de-sac there at the back.
Okay. Are they all close enough that I could talk to all three of them at once, or?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Okay. Those were cops. They weren't coming for us. They were coming for Leland. He's going to stash all of his stuff. I think that I managed to get them to focus on one of them got their legs broken when Sickle went haywire. So that was a pretty decent distraction, really. But we need to get out of here, and we need to get down to try and find Charlotte. But right now, I don't think we need to worry about the cops. And I told them my name was Gerald Wiggins.
But does that mean Sickle? I mean,
Sickle's fine. Sickle got away.
Sickle got away. However, does that mean all of PD is now looking for Sickle?
They will be.
Great.
Yeah. Sickle probably needs to lose the bike and, I don't know, cut her hair or put on a hat.
Well, you
and
can
maybe
tell her that.
Chill out a little bit. Hammer, will you talk to her?
I'll try.
Great.
Okay.
Doc, can I ride with you?
Oh,
I can't hear you, Doc.
Yes,
Can you roll down your window?
Totally. It sticks sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you can.
All right, great. Oh shit. We need to meet up somewhere. We don't actually have a place that we decided to meet up, do we?
Not before all hell broke loose, no.
Oh, we're not a very good gang.
But we all know we're headed to or down to the motel.
Yeah.
So maybe everybody will head there anyway.
Makes sense. Regardless of if everybody shows up, that's where we need to be. So I say that's where we go.
Hammer, make a let's see here.
We really should have expensed cell phones for everybody.
Just make a straight wisdom check for me.
Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
I forget, how do I do that check?
If you go to the +0 next to your wisdom, just
Oh,
click
okay.
that.
The -12.
Okay. Sickle. Where are you going?
I think I probably just got on the highway and started driving to Mexico.
Start driving that in that
Oh, yeah.
direction. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hammer, you know the sickle well enough that she wouldn't go back to the dojo after something like this, just to make sure that she shook the tail. So your best bet, yeah, is probably heading down Mexico way.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll go there. She's got to leave town for just a little bit.
Now, are you guys wanting to go directly to the motel?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably stop and grab something to eat on the way if we have time.
Okay.
We had
Do
that
you-
McDonald's.
There you go. I was going to ask if you wanted to hit
Yep.
that McDonald's first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try not to kill everybody though.
Bloodhound, I assume you're just following the sickle.
Yep.
All right. So, ladies, what do the two of you do on the way down in that direction?
Probably drive as fast as we can. No, she has like a truck, right? Like a
Yeah.
like a beater or whatever. I think I
Mhm.
probably put the bike in the back of the truck. I think we pull over.
Okay.
We pull over. I pull over.
Yeah, I'll pull over behind her when I see her, and we'll pop the truck in the back, or the chopper in the back, and then throw a tarp over it. Bungee cord that shit down.
Yeah.
You know, huge when you're on the lam.
Got any hair dye?
Yeah, of course. In the glove compartment.
What color is it?
Gray.
Blue hairs? Hairs?
Purple tinted, probably. But there's probably some bleach in there, and also some.
It's only like 2-hour drive, isn't it? Isn't that what we decided? It was 2-hour
Yeah.
drive. I'm
Yeah.
not
Right, it's not
gonna bleach my hair yet. I think we just get in the cab and we just book it, right?
I do have a few spare hats shoved behind the passenger seat. Absolutely. Just prop your feet up on the dashboard.
They're all like crinkled up fedoras that
Fedora.
like brown
For some
brown
reason.
fedora type things.
All
gentleman
fedora.
collars.
Yeah.
So yeah, just prop your feet up on the dash because the chairman's curled up at your feet.
Sure.
I don't know. We're just trying to make good time to Mexico. I think we've pretty much had that locked in as the destination, right?
Mhm.
All right. So, and you're just going to make a beeline straight for the hotel then?
Mhm.
No
Yes.
stops on the way?
Just gas.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I'll get to you guys then here in just a couple minutes. The rest of you are stopping at the McDonald's that they bought dinner at on the way, correct?
Yeah,
Right.
and get a Big
Yep.
Mac and some info fries.
All right, so you guys end up at the McDonald's and disembark from your various vehicles. And going in to eat, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna have a fight in McDonald's. Can't wait.
I feel like we can do this one without brandishing.
The clerk behind the counter is like, "Welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you?"
Like a 9-piece McNugget.
9-piece,
Spicy mustard.
spicy,
A medium Dr. Pepper.
Dr. P.
And this is all on one check.
Oh, all right. What do you want there?
Oh, I want the Big Mac. Big Mac combo, as big as they come.
All right. What you want you to drink?
Yeah, Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Next.
I'll take coffee, black.
Black coffee. That it?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Well, what I'm wanting is some information about my daughter. She ran away, and I think that she stopped at this McDonald's. She had a credit card with her, and I was wondering if maybe you'd seen her. Did you work here the other day?
I work here like 3 days a week.
Was your manager here every day?
Uh, Scott.
Thank you. I'll take a quarter pounder. I want you to supersize it. I want a Diet Coke to drink, please. If I can get one of the honey dips, one of the sweet and sour dips, I will take an ice. Is your ice cream machine working?
Yeah,
No,
Okay, great. I'll take an
that's the
ice
only
cream
ice cream
it's
cone.
machine.
95.
America.
It's working in 95.
I'll take an ice cream cone. I need a vanilla shake to dip my fries in. And
It probably had a McDLT right then. That
They probably
You should
did.
ask if they had the McPizza.
Or the
have
McRib.
the pizza. Oh,
hey, is the McRib in right now?
Yes, McRib is here, man.
Okay, cool. I'll take a McRib as well. And then
I want McRib too. Add that on.
yeah,
Right.
just throw in a couple of
More
McRibs.
McRibs.
And if I could talk to Scott, man, I'd really appreciate. I'm real worried about her.
I'm the general manager, Scott Johnson.
Hey, Scott, my name's Gerald Wiggins, and I flop out my Marshal badge. So I'm a U.S. Marshal. My daughter has run away. I mean, I know what you're thinking. U.S. Marshal and your daughter runs away. Why didn't she behave better? Well, I mean, it's something we're working on as a family, but she has a credit card I gave her in case of emergencies, and we were able to see that she ran a charge here a couple of days ago. And I was wondering if maybe you were working that day and maybe you remembered her coming in. I think she was with a friend of hers. He had kind of curly hair, about 17, probably real well dressed. Looks like a nice kid. You know, it's a guy. Her name is Charlotte. She might have had a jacket with her,
Red jacket.
a red jacket. Any of that
Oh.
ring a bell?
It doesn't ring a bell, but I tell you what, we've got videotapes back here where we tape everything and we kind of cycle everything out on a weekly basis. You said it's just been several days ago.
I think so.
Yeah, it's been about
About a week. About 4
or 5
days.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been about four or 5 days. Man, I said, could I take a look at those tapes?
Yeah. Come on back. Come on back.
Excellent. Great. Thank you. Could your guys could I bring my ice cream back there too? Or
Oh, yeah, absolutely. By all means. Yeah. Just whatever you need. We're here to help.
oh man, you're the best. You
Yeah,
know,
we
I'm loving
appreciate
it.
your service.
Thank you.
McDonald's is so great in the 90s, I tell you.
So it's going to take probably a couple of maybe 2 hours probably to go through these videotapes because they're literally just VHS tapes. Yeah. And I mean, you might not be quite that long, especially if you hit the right day, because he can just kind of fast forward through. So we'll say maybe it takes about 45 minutes or so on the date in question.
Okay.
You're able to kind of fast forward. And actually, you probably know the time of what time it was, so that actually can kind of speed the whole process up a bit. So he pulls out, the right tape, pops it in, and fast forwards through it, and is able to kind of you see kind of these two kids just walk in and then walk out real fast. There's the fast forward, but slow mo. He rolls it back, and you can clearly in 1995 VHS video camera.
Yeah.
You see a girl in a red coat and a teenage boy dressed in like a leather jacket and a flannel shirt come walking in. The boy goes up, he makes his order, he goes back to the door and is kind of looking out the door and opens the door, kind of looks down the street a little bit, comes back in, stands, waits for the food just a little bit, goes back to the door and is kind of looking out. And they get the order to go. They get to the front door and out and disappear into the night.
Does it look like she has a bag or a laptop, like or something that would hold a laptop?
She
or anything
has
like that?
a satchel that's kind of a flat briefcasey type satchel.
That's her. Son of a bitch, that's her. Scott, I
Yeah.
really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Is there any way I could possibly take this tape with me?
Yeah.
Make a copy.
Absolutely. Whatever you need.
Thank you so much. I'll tell you what, I'd like to put a call into corporate and let them know how helpful you've been and what a great restaurant you run here.
Oh, well, that's really not necessarily necessary, but thank you very much.
All right, well, I really appreciate it. Are the others still just sitting out there eating? I guess
No,
we're just waiting.
We're standing right there with you.
Okay, I didn't know if you guys came back. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Because as soon as I kind of hear that you say it's you, I turn around, pull out my phone, and I call the boss.
Excellent.
Well, I'm
Sure.
chomping on McRib and it's all over my
Okay.
face.
Fourth one.
I'm just like, it's like he looks really paranoid. Is there anybody following? Like anybody pop in after that? Can I give you fast forward? Are there any weird people popping in?
You want to put the videotape back in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn,
All right.
Hammer, you have lots of great ideas today.
It's because I'm eating all this protein. It's keeping me.
It's keeping you sharp, man. Can we pop it back in and fast forward a bit?
Sure. Yeah. You see two individuals that come in that are dressed in kind of jeans, looks like maybe combat boots. One of them's wearing like a what do you call those? Like switch. Is it no, not a duster?
Okay.
It's like those kind of like tweedy, almost like sweatshirts that all the stoners wore back in the.
Like it looks like a horse blanket.
Yeah, well, kind of like that, but it's
I know
got
what you're talking about.
It's got the pockets in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And a hood, right?
Yeah.
And the other guy's wearing like a camouflage jacket.
Okay.
It's really difficult to make them out because it's so blurry. You can't really see any facial features or anything like that, and it's black and white. But they come in, they talk to the person that's behind the counter, and you see that they do not make an order. But they talk to this individual for a little bit, and you see the person behind the counter kind of pointing down the street in what seems to be the direction of south.
Baja hoodies.
Baja hoodies. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bloodhound.
No problem.
Probably like I gotta even out this magnify that. They do it on TV all the time.
Magnify, enhance.
Enhance.
Hammer, that's not a real thing.
Huh. Really?
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Yeah, we can't even do that in the Marshal Service. What's the timestamp on this? How much later is it that these guys came in?
It's about 10 minutes later.
It's only 10 minutes. All right. Thank you very much. I think we have a pretty good idea of where my daughter's going with her friend, and I think she's going to be all right. I think we're going to be able to get her home safe. But guys, we got to get on the road.
Okay. Ladies, you will have made it to the motel a little bit before these guys because they made that stop. So you guys pull up to the Motel 6, and this place is kind of a little bit off the beaten track, probably about 3 blocks off of the highway, and it's kind of at the end of a cul-de-sac. There's like a Denny's and a Wendy's like right in front of it, and you kind of have to drive through the Denny's and Wendy's parking lot to actually get through to the Motel 6, which is kind of up on a bit of a bluff, kind of overlooking the highway. But there's a bunch of trees and stuff, so you just kind of see the Motel 6 sign. You don't actually see the motel, but you're able to kind of get up there. So it's kind of secluded. It's there. People know that it's there, but it's, like I said, a little bit off the beaten path.
We just go up there?
Are you asking the Bloodhound?
I'm asking the Bloodhound. Should we?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, do you need me to drive through a Wendy's or something first, or?
Are you hungry? Let's go. She might be there.
It's true. They got a thing for French fries, I guess.
Let's go.
Let's get some Frosties.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys go into the Wendy's, get some Frosties, and
Do we have sponsors for this episode?
Coffee yet?
And unfortunately, she's not there. Boy, that sure would be handy, wouldn't it? If she was just sitting there in the Wendy's. Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh,
We took
darn.
ourselves the shoot.
Game over. Good job, guys.
I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling old people.
All right, let's go up then. Up to the ridge.
All right, so you guys get up to the Motel 6. There's probably about 7 cars in the lot. Not a lot of people there at this point. Of course, it's probably just a little bit after noon at this point. So they're probably in between, and the maids are kind of going from room to room and doing the cleaning work there. It's a 2-story motel. And all the entrances to the individual hotel rooms are from the outside. And then there's kind of the main office off to the left of the actual hotel itself.
Do any of the cars look out of place?
You make a perception check.
Gotta roll for that. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna find it.
Oh,
I'll roll too.
oh, wow.
Wow.
Every make and model we know when they expire.
All of the cars in here are kind of junkers, as you would expect to be staying at an old Motel 6 like this off of the highway, except for one. And it is a pink 1986 Lincoln Town car.
They have Mary Kate sticker.
Hey, it has a Mary Kay sticker on it, but it looks like it's in pristine condition.
Do we recognize that car?
Well, you said you were looking.
I recognize that car.
You do, don't you? Yeah.
You're not even there. Shut up. I
It's
just figured out who it is though.
you were looking for something that was out of place from the rest of them,
Yes,
so that definitely is out of place.
Okay.
But it's questionable enough to make you kind of wonder about it.
Yep. And it's parked out of what number? Or what number is it parked in front of? What number door?
It'd be number 7 and number 17. So 7 on the bottom, 17 on top.
Well, we'll probably start with 16 and go to 19 and then head up top, right? Are we making a plan and then jumping into the action, or are we just going to start knocking on doors, Sickle? What do you think?
I think she just starts walking towards the, I don't know. What are you going to do? I'm just walking to the door, to the first door.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Just walking up there. I don't know what you're going to do.
All right, so you take a knock on the 3 doors at the ground level, say 6, 7, and 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's no answer at any of the 3 right there. And next to 8 is the steps that lead up to the 2nd level.
Okay.
I'm going up. What are you doing?
Should we split up? I can stay down here and keep an eye on the whole facade if that sounds like a good idea.
Sure.
Can you pull up the map, Chris, so we can see where?
I do not have a map.
We've been kind of mapless tonight, I've noticed.
I think we went the wrong direction. Oh, he bet he has maps, but not the one. Not for
Got a
what
map
the
of the femme fatale.
I have maps.
for our shenanigans.
and those maps right now, dragging that over to trash. There we go. Because we will not be going there. or there,
I
or there.
can't believe you don't have a
so-
map of the
There you go.
McDonald's. So
Yeah, I was waiting for it, like some random robbery or something occurs and
All right.
So you're going up to the second level. Bloodhound, you're staying on the main.
I am. I have some generic perception aids as a
Mhm.
tracker.
Okay.
What is that though?
Is it under your features?
Yes, it is. I'm sort of slowly scrolling. If you're faster than I am, let me know. But
It's wilderness setting for a tracker.
there are trees on this property.
Tell me what it is that you're wanting to do.
Just keep an eye on everything, pretty much.
Just keep an eye. Okay. All right.
Yeah, see
So
if I see curtains twitching as Sickle is knocking on a door, that kind of thing.
gotcha. Okay. So you can make a perception check.
Okay. So she meanwhile she's gone up to
Yeah.
to the top floor. Okay.
All right. So Sickle, you head up to the top floor, and outside of room 6 or 16, up top, there's a maid's kind of cart that's sitting out in front, and the door to 6 is open.
I'm gonna look in there and see if I see any people, see if I see any items that I recognize.
Right. So you kind of take a look in there, and as you kind of peek around the corner, there is a very short, stout maid that is in the process of making the bed on the inside. And she, oh, pardon.
Oh, and is she speaking Spanish?
She seems like it.
I speak Spanish, so I'm
Okay.
gonna speak to her and ask her if she's seen a young girl, and I'm gonna describe her. I can't describe her.
That's all right.
Bring up the picture. And, yeah, it's been a while.
I think I can. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Oop. There we go. So it's God dang it, what's her name from Stranger Things?
I forgot her name.
Elle from Stranger Things.
Mhm.
I don't know why I can't think of her name right now. Oh yeah, Millie Bobby Brown. There you go. Thank you. And she says, "Oh, a little girl in the red fur coat, yes."
See.
I see her when she come to check in a couple of days ago, yes.
What room is she in?
It was next door in number 17.
And I'm just gonna turn around and go, and I'll just knock on the door this time. I was gonna kick it in, but I'm just gonna knock on the door.
All right.
But I'm gonna draw the sword before I go in.
All right. You knock on the door. No answer.
And I'm gonna go ask the lady for the key.
I do not know if I can open the door for you.
I'm gonna give her some money.
Okay, I'd open the door for you. And she kind of looks down the hallway, just making sure that nobody's actually watching, and she unlocks it very quickly, and then she scuffles off.
All right, I'm gonna open it carefully, crack it
All right.
open.
All right, so you open it.
Sword ready.
And got your sword out and kind of looking around. You walk inside, and the room seems to be completely clean.
Nothing in there.
Nothing in there.
People.
You can make an investigation check if you want.
I'm gonna look in the bathroom first because I'm
Mhm.
imagining that's the only room in the back there.
Mhm.
Oof.
All right. So looking around, it doesn't seem like there is anything in here. I mean, that there's no like the beds are completely made. There's no luggage, no backpacks, no satchels, nothing in here. It doesn't look like anybody is actually staying in here.
I'm gonna go ask, is the lady still out in that other room, or
She's back in the other room. Yeah.
where'd they go? Did they check out? Where'd they go?
I do not know. You would have to ask the manager.
All right, so I'm just gonna run down the stairs.
All right.
Tell Bloodhound
All
they're
right.
not in that room. She said they were in that room. They checked into that room, but they're not there. We got to find the manager. And as I'm saying that, I'm walking towards the office.
I'm with you.
All right. So you get to the office, and there's nobody behind the counter. There's just a single bell there at the counter.
I'm just gonna go around the desk and look in the office in the back.
Okay, just around the desk, and there's a guy sitting with his back to you, and there's a TV in front of him, and it's got like a pay-per-view porn that's going on,
Nice.
and his chair is shaking ever so slightly.
Oh God, no! Really?
And it's not magic fingers either.
How do you know? Might be.
Fingers are involved, but you know.
I'm gonna kick the back of his chair.
All right.
Part out.
And he just topples over, and all you see is bare ass from the backside. What the fuck? God damn it! And he's struggling to get his pants up. Who the fuck are you? What the hell are you doing in here?
I'm embarrassed, and it's not real. I'm looking for a girl named Charlotte. Red coat, young.
God damn it, you're not supposed to be fucking back here. Who the fuck do you think you are?
I've got my sword at his throat.
Oh, holy shit. What can I do for you, Missy?
Tell me where this girl and this boy that she was with are.
All right, make an intimidation check with
in
advantage.
Because his junk is hanging out.
What's better than the tattoo he has on
Really?
his ass?
I only got a 3 with advantage.
That was with advantage.
What the ever loving.
All right, he just passes out. Yeah. just falls at your feet.
And you notice the tattoo on his ass, there's a B and a B on both cheeks. And then you look at the name tag and you read the word Bob.
Oh God.
Oh, Brown Bob.
Oh my God. That's disgusting.
And
I just wanted to do that just to see how red she got. So
Hold on.
I think with that little bit of comedy, I think we'll probably call that to an end for tonight. Oh, mercy. Okay, well, that's it for this evening, folks. Thank you. Thank you very much. An evening at the Improv.
And you're welcome.
We're here.
That is for you, Andy.
And you're welcome.
Yeah. All right, so 2 weeks. I guess we'll see what happens here at the old Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you.
With Bob. All right.
His lights are.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, see you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.